Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. You know, right before the storm, Tata and I transferred out those little fry that were in this tank and left 2 or 3 in here, probably more like 4 or 5. I didn't count them, there were several left in here. And we got a naked little boy running by over there to escape from his bath. But I thought it pretty amazing here. Look how big they are now. That one and this one, and there's a little guy swimming there. There's another one there. They're all still in here. There might have been more than 5. I don't know. I did a little bit of a and the miraculous thing is that I haven't been taking care of them at all. No aeration, no oxygenation, no feed, no water exchange. There's just the right amount of natural feed in there, and there's only, I don't know, maximum maybe 5 little fish in there. Well, there's all 5 of them right there. There might be more than 5, I don't know. I don't think there could be very many more than 5. The Azolla is still in there. I would imagine that's what they've been eating. I didn't even have shade. I put this little bit of shade on it 3 or 4 days ago because I noticed the water was pretty hot. And I've got this one as well that I put here just to give this water a little bit of shade. I guess it's not necessary because we've had hot sunny days and the water's never gotten too hot for them to survive, let alone thrive. I mean, they're growing. They're much bigger than they were when we left them in there. Nature finds a way. It's pretty amazing. Just on their own. They've grown and survived and grown. Just off the natural algae that is in this. And remember, I did a water exchange. This water was so dark with algae you really couldn't see more than a ½ an inch into it. Now you can see 3 or 4 inches. I pumped, well, this aquarium was down to about here, and so I just put on one of the aeration pumps, and it also circulates, and it filled it up all the way. And when we started, the water was right about here on this one, so it took it down to about here. So it's been about a 50% water exchange, and it's still that cloudy with algae. They're doing okay. I came out here about, I don't know, must have been a week after the storm, and I saw fish swimming around in there, and I just couldn't believe it. Right after the storm, I couldn't believe that these aquariums had actually survived, that nothing had blown against them because the branches were in the air and moving at 100 miles an hour. Nothing fell on them, nothing crashed into them. They just sat right here through the whole storm. It's pretty amazing. I'll keep you updated on these little fish here just because I find it so fascinating myself that these guys could have survived. Now that they're getting bigger, you know, I'll let the little aeration pumps run for an hour or 2 every 2 or 3 days, and they seem healthy enough even without it. But they're getting bigger, so I would assume they're going to reach a point to where there won't be enough oxygen in it. And I'm going to take some of this Azolla out. The Azolla does stop oxygen transfer. I've actually put some in here already. When it completely blocks the surface of the water, it doesn't allow oxygen exchange in the water. And it's not, you know, it's close. I was going to say it's not 100% coverage from the Azolla anyway, but it was close. Well, happy life, guys. You know, I was thinking this morning, you know, I'm definitely going to be only doing the fish on this farm as far as farming is going. I may, at some point, when we get all the ponds done and the way that I like them, plant those rice fields. I was talking to Tatai about it a couple days ago. And what it seems like the hardest things to grow here, but the things that I will need the most for Kanos, because I'm definitely going to move ahead with my little restaurant. There were two things that I wanted to do when I came to the Philippines, and one was have a farm. I've been down that road now and still have it. It's been an interesting journey, and I wanted to have a little restaurant. And so, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm going to turn 60 this year, and while I still can work it and still make it happen, I'm going to make it happen, and pretty quick. So I'm going to move forward with the restaurant, and the things that we will need the most in that little restaurant that I can grow here anyway, marginally grow, are corn, onions, and tomatoes. And so at some point when we get the fish all dialed in, so that I can either hire someone to take care of them, because honestly I don't know if I'm going to have 4 or 5 hours a day to feed the fish and maintain the, you know, there's a lot that goes on when you're doing the breeding side of it. Just the fish in the ponds, that's just a, you know, that's 30 minutes a day maximum. But when you throw in these breeding tanks and gathering the eggs, the aeration, all that goes on in these breeding tanks, that adds several hours every day. And that would require a full-time employee, because I'm sure once I get the restaurant up and going, I'm not going to have time, because that's going to be 80 hours a week in itself. But I do, you know, I do enjoy working with the fish. It's just, you know, it's time. So I just thought I'd share with you guys how amazing these little tilapia are. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.